am so happy that you guys have joined us to watch this. I have two incredibly talented, special women with me. I have, let me see if it's backwards. So I'll just do this. I have Cassandra and I have Ona here with me. And Cassandra is actually, she's going to go ahead and explain the reason why she doesn't show her face. And she's going to give that explanation. And then I'm going to hand it over to Ona and let us know what she does on her channel and kind of give us an update. And both you, Cassandra, you can actually give us an update on what you're doing on your channel as well.
Oh, hi, everybody. Thanks for having me, Sheila. Hi, Ona. I'm so glad you're here with us. There's several reasons why I don't show my face, but the number one reason is because I have a job that you cannot speak of politics. And my YouTube channel is basically me doing political readings. We have clients from all over the world and from, different ideologies, and it could cost me my job, and no one's going to pay my mortgage. I have health insurance through my job. My pet's health insurance is through my job. Is everybody going to pay for my vet bills? So that's the main reason that I don't show my face. If my circumstances change later on, I'll show my face. Although I'm also very shy and self-conscious, and it would take me forever to get ready for a video. I will never be satisfied with the way my hair came out or this. So there's a lot of reasons, but the main reason is my job. I don't want to lose
don't
my
let her
job.
fool you. She has natural beauty.
Oh boy.
She's gorgeous. So do you have any updates like on your channel? What are you doing?
So I am working on a Haiti reading, and I've had the video for a week already. It's over an hour, and for some reason I can't upload it to YouTube.
Oh,
I don't know why. It's over an hour, part 2. So I'm working on that. My husband knows more about that stuff than me. So it's like the second time I've shot the second part. And it was the first time it was corrupted, and now it's not loading up to YouTube. But it's coming, you guys, and it's a very long reading on Haiti and Ariel Henry and the country. And it's something close to my heart because my family's from the Caribbean, and I have a grandmother that was born in Haiti, and so that's my main thing right now. I'm focusing completely just on the political readings of Haiti and the state of the nation there.
Gotcha. So Ona, hi, honey.
Hi.
It's so nice to have you here. I've watched you for over a year, right?
Oh yeah, thank you so much for asking me to join and do this. I've been looking forward to it all day. The comments on my channel were like, oh my God, we can't wait. Like, oh, you could feel like jazz hands. And everybody's so excited. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I just got more and more pumped all day long. So thank you so much.
Oh,
it will be good. I will try not to swear or do anything like that. If you haven't seen my channel, it's Ona's Tarot, and I do a lot of divination, mostly cards, but I pick up ovomancy. I do egg whites. I like to, it's actually, my channel is kind of my self-portrait, basically.
Aww.
It's my vlog, and I'm learning astrology. So I'm doing these daily readings that's basically dissecting a little piece of art, the tarot, and putting it together with what's happening with the planets around us. So
oh yeah,
tune in. It's fun.
So I had to ask, so both of you, so Cassandra, you do readings, is that correct, with your Taza cup?
Yes.
And how would they get a hold of you to schedule a reading?
So I have an email, and I have not answered hundreds of people because I've just been working 12-hour days and doing readings too. So I was just unprepared for the amount of people requesting readings, and I'm trying to get back to people, and a lot of them I've already read for, so they know that almost every other day I'm doing a reading after work for someone. So just bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You know what? I'm booked out all the way past January, right? So they're very patient people.
Okay.
And they, you know, I have 6 months ahead of time. I'm reading, you know, that have books. So they're very patient. So give them, I think, probably a date and a time far out into the future, and they're very accommodating. So remember that. And you know, because you know, your readings are profound and interesting and right on. I mean, the accuracy of both of you women is incredible. So Ona, did you do personal readings as well?
I haven't been. Right now I'm kind of in between doing more local stuff, booking some, you know, Halloween parties and doing things like that, and working on some art. So, you know, when I'm ready to do more of that, I will advertise it. But so far it's just been, I'm just kind of word of mouth, local, doing my thing, because sometimes that can get overwhelming,
Oh, absolutely.
you
Yeah,
know.
life gets in the way of our fun.
Yeah. And this is my fun, right?
And if they were able to you have your email and stuff like that underneath your videos for them to contact you and maybe schedule something possibly.
On the about page, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Everybody knows how to get a hold of me. It's there. All my information is underneath my video. So, all right. So we're going to do something special. You know, we're going to do some political readings and on some people. But, you know, the first thing I really kind of want to get into is do a reading on the energy of our country as it is right now, like the whole United States. What is it that we're going through? What are we going in the future, and what is the income or the outcome it's going to be, and kind of give us a reading on everything going to be okay. I think that's truly how I feel about it. But let's see if you know how people were grieving, and they understand grieving better when they know that they have stages to go through. And I think that's what we're trying to get a hold of, is the stages that our United States is going to go through until we get to the other side. So yeah, that's the reading is on hand, and whoever lays their cards down first, go for it. I shuffle really loud, so I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Okay. So yesterday I put a comment on a video I saw this morning, this weird, you know, I try to tune in to just, as I do my morning prayers, I face all the directions. And for Earth, I try to be a little more, because I'm an Earth sign, I try to be nicer to her because I'm not always nice to her. So I had this thing, I wrote it down on my nighttime journal too. Sorry, Pearl, I don't know where we got that from. The Earth, but has these like crystal, opalite crystal towers coming out of it with like a black dead space underneath it. Like it was a hopeful sort of thing. And then in that one deck that she was using this morning, the patience card had that exact picture. So I sort of tuned it out as, well, that was maybe a precognition that I would see this picture in a video this morning.
Wow.
It's probably precog, but I thought that's hopeful. You know, we need some hope. I don't know. Let's see. Okay.
So I've got my.
Go ahead, Cassandra.
So what I have here is the state of our country is, obviously we know that, indecision, two realities, two frames of minds, two ideals, two parties, cut with the sword. Above it, we have fruitfulness. So we are a very rich country, and we will continue to be. There's something that dampens that, and this disease, obviously. What we're going through the COVID still. But you know what? There's going to be the usual. I mean, I don't even know what it's. This is so boring and not exciting. What I got, basically the usual: the people fighting. You know, more new people coming in, younger people coming in, arguments, people just trying to beat each other at their own game. And now, when I was doing this, what came to mind was the budget now, and all the bills they're trying to pass. So there's going to be some drama and some shenanigans and things like that. What I see is the world wanting to work with us, but a policy of staying within ourselves. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Judgment, the Eight of Swords. And I see for us as the people of the United States, I see an ending, not of death or anything like that, but like we're gonna reap what we sow. All the stupidity that has been going on is going to come back to bite us all collectively, even if we're not guilty of it. For a while. And then eventually we'll move on. We'll move from it. But you said for the current time now, right. A lot of problems, a lot of things coming up. People in the world wanting to work with us, but you know, the government or not relenting or not wanting to, things going wrong with internationally with treaties, and it's not that much. It's the Biden administration. It's all of them there in Washington. You know, we don't really have a majority. We have the cinema and what's his face Manchin. They're like Republicans. They're acting like Republicans. We picked up the two in Georgia, but it's like having 48 still with them there. So I don't like that. So it's going to be a while that we're going to be stuck. But the money is there. So they're going to have no other choice but then to release it eventually. That's what I see with that.
Thank you, Cassandra. What did you pick up on, Ono?
Well, the Five of Swords came up. I used a different deck because I wanted to see what we can do energetically. What would be something that, you know, the state that we're in right now. And it's Five of Swords in this deck, but it's also says hold the vision. So that could be a stubborn component, right? It could be the Five of Swords is that stubborn piece. Holding the vision could be us, you know, or people trying to kind of, you know, keep your eye on the prize, that would be like holding the vision. For like what's right ahead, I have Seven of Swords or Rainbow Bridge. There's going to be more division. There's going to be more death. There's going to be more, you know, energies that are polarized in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's amazing how that just...
Those two cards like that, it was pretty crazy, huh? And then immediate future, short-term outcome is Ace of Cups upside down, like dissolving into oneness. So there's still that tilt, right? There's still that we can't be sort of one. We have to still spill some of our emotional junk out and purge it to get to the final outcome. I got this death upside down, or grieving and letting go, but reversed. Okay, so there's still that part of like holding on. So it's got to be personal. You know, these finding our tribe, finding our people to hold that vision. And other people are doing the same thing, and it's not the same vision. Not the same vision.
So yeah, I too got twos. The two parties, the two discussions, the two judgments, and it's the two, the two of pentacles. They have to. They're fighting over this earth. They're fighting over the land. That is more like the two of pentacles are fighting over the land. Then what comes over top of them is the 10 of cups. It's like one party thinks that they're going to be happy with this policy. Another party thinks they're going to be happy with this policy. And for some reason, at this point in time, in the United States, neither one of them have compromise on their mind. I mean, they have, it's almost like compromise is not even a word that they're using or thinking about or even offering. It's my way, and we're going to take it. And the other one's what's our way, and we're not going to let you, is what is kind of going on. So they have a problem with creating the happiness for the country. We have the Hierophant, the higher teaching, the beliefs, right? That are coming into this as is the backstory, really, coming into the belief system. It's the belief system that's got us into this problem. It's the belief system that has created this. Ideology, white supremacy. They literally think that their ideas are correct. They literally think that. And of course, we are on the other side. Inclusive is the answer. Now, I believe inclusiveness is the answer. Of course, we're all here for that. But the white supremacy is like too far gone. They will never change their mind. So that's the reason why we're here with the belief systems. We also have the up on top of here as like the Democrats. I love this country. The Republicans, I love this country, and they have a lot of love. If we really look at it, it's toxic love sometimes, but they do have a lot of love for the country, and we do too, and they do too, in a weird way. But we all are coming from the position of we love where we live, we love our country, but we've been fools. We have literally been fools. Now, this is the fools, of course, is, that transformation, that unknown, that new beginning, free spirit, stuff like that. But I think this is a literal, because this supports whatever the question is we have literally been fools. We've taken our eye off of the goal. The reason why Trump got in is because all of the Democrats, they went lazy. They rested on their laurels. They think everything was going to be fine, and nobody voted, like whatever. And we gave up. And we've been fools. This is the reason why we're in this position, is we became fools of our own country. We did not, we took our eye off the ball. But we also have the going forward is the Hangman, which is a transition. This is current energy right now, is the Hangman and the transition and the pain and the suffering that is going on with this transition. Now, unfortunately, we may have more, and we're going to have probably more before we get through all of this, and it may get even worse before it gets better. But the truth is, in these cards, we have the star. The star represents us. Once we get through that transition, once we get through that Hangman, we have the star, which is healing. So something is going to give, just like pulling on a string or pulling on a rope, it will eventually fail. So they're pulling on this rope too, one here, and it's going to break in the middle. And when that break, it happens, we then are finally going to be able to rush in and heal and get our country back on track. I also see the 10 of Pentacles. We are not poor.
Yeah.
We are not poor. We are not a poor country. We're going to be able to do that. Another a 2 of Wands comes in, where they start working together. And that's the one thing. This is outside influences in my Celtic cross. It's 9th house. It's the outside influence. So that we're starting to work together as an outcome. And look at that. We have letting go is the 10th house, is the letting go of our old ideas, letting go of the hurt, letting go of all of that, so that we can work together. And we have the 8 of Wands, that fast movement. And that was interesting for the 11th house, was the fast movement. So it's going to happen quicker than we think. And we also have generosity, and that's also buddied up. That's our 12th house, is generosity. So I think we are stuck in the, we are stuck in that energy where it's painful right now, but we do and we can move forward, and we're going to move forward. And it does, I've seen it always looking better than it is. I've always seen we're going to get through it. I've never seen that this is the end of the country. You know what I mean? I always seen that we're going to get through it. So there's the, yep, go for it, honey.
Great. Thank you. Sorry. I'm so hyper sometimes. Know that I also see like sometimes I'll get like intuitive hits. I think we're going to see on the news an older woman in power go head to head with a younger man who's also involved in politics somehow.
Really? So explain that a little bit more.
So I see this woman of power.
Queen of Swords.
Okay. So yes, the Queen of Swords, woman of power. And she's at the ground, what we have. So she's grounded. And what's coming is this Page of Wands. To me, this is a young man. And they seem at odds with each other. So we're going to have some drama. That's what I mean, like by drama. That I saw some sort of drama. So I think we're going to see on the news an older woman of power, older than the guy. And the guy's younger. And they're going to be going back and forth. Some stupid drama on the news.
Probably Pelosi and McCarthy.
It could be Pelosi, but McCarthy's too much older than this guy. And I think it has to do too with the situation in Texas with the abortion laws. Probably what's going to be happening. Is it in Tennessee?
I don't know what's in Tennessee. So there's there a new law?
They're going to try to destroy Roe versus Wade. So I think this is going to be a head-to-head collision clash between, she could be more than one woman of power. But I think a woman of power, we're going to see her on the news, an educated older woman fighting, arguing with a younger man, kind of a sleazy younger guy, going back and forth.
Could it be that guy who's in a wheelchair?
It could be him. I mean, I don't know. Like just a younger man. That's what I see. Probably one of those conservatives, MAGA guys. I think one of them could be it.
Gotcha. Well, let's go ahead and read on. So do you guys have any questions about that or anything that you were thinking of?
I just pulled the Sun card for, yes, it's a younger person, whoever that is. And there's always a young child riding on a horse on the Sun card, a little blonde kid. So you never know.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me feel of that guy that's in a wheelchair. What is his name?
Madison Cawthorn.
Cawthorn.
Something like that.
Yeah. Let's read and see if it's him. Cawthorn.
I'm never good at
read on this guy. Do you guys know who this is? Cawthorn. He's in a wheelchair. He's the one that has he has an advertisement or his whatever, him beating up a tree. He's beating up a tree. He was in front of people. He goes, we're going to end up, there's going to be bloodshed if they don't stop, if we don't get back a hold of this country, there's going to be bloodshed. And I forget his first name. Cawthorn? Madison Cawthorn.
They call him the Valor Vampire.
So let's read on him. See if they.
Okay, so he's a state rep from Madison. No, that's his name, Madison Cawthorn. He's a state rep from where? North Carolina.
You look at his birthday.
And why is he in a wheelchair?
He had a car accident, but he was saying that it was he was insinuating, or he made it seem like it was when he was in service or something like that.
He's 26 years old.
I know. Yeah. Poor
Paralyzed?
guy. Yeah.
But really, I mean, put his wheelchair aside and his youth, he really is a douchebag.
And he's a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. He's awful.
Ooh, confirmation, like an intruder at the door. Okay, buddy.
No, got your angels.
See?
All right.
And like that energy comes in, and then the dogs are like, no, you didn't.
All right, Mr. Madison.
Well, he's playing that card. That's effective. That's very effective, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Can't really do a whole lot with that news. Ooh.
He's like a chihuahua. He doesn't see, his mind is out of whack where they don't see size. They don't, a chihuahua will attack a Great Dane. They just don't realize how big the dog is. That's his ideology. He's like a little.
Yeah, let me see if I can see what I can get, if I can
Oh my gosh.
smell something off of him.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Wow. Okay.
He's got this awesome hair.
Some fears.
Did he have a head injury?
Probably got, I mean, if it's serious enough to make you paralyzed, I'm sure there were other injuries.
But
Right?
that could be, yeah, I mean, that physical movement, that's from this, but there's a head injury, there's a dissection, there's a weird thing going on there. Huh. It's like a part of the cauliflower, like the tree there. There's something there. There's something going on there. That's weird. Wow. Okay.
I'll go ahead and go while you guys are in there. I have the High Priestess, the intuition, that mystery, that hidden dreams. He's got a hidden agenda. Because I have the Five of Cups right at the regret. I've got the Five of Cups. It's almost like his accident has created, I hate to say, a monster. Like his accident has created this as a catalyst. I don't know if he was like this prior to his accident, but it's almost like something has really clicked because of the Five of Cups over top of his hidden dreams, his unknown, the hidden dreams. So the Emperor, he thinks he has a grandiose idea of who he is, but he's secretly inside something. Is like a hermit. He hides really who he is. It's like he's hiding something. King of Pentacles, he has the ideology. There's something really, and then the seventh house is him, the devil, evil, addictions, cheating, the manipulation, all of it, the temptation to fall into what the Republicans want him to do. I also get a Queen of Wands, so I don't know if this is attached, and also a Queen of Pentacles. I get two queens with this guy for outside influences and the chaos. I get the Tower with him. He wants to create chaos. And he is, he wants to overwhelm. He wants to, he's trying to throw everything he has out there to just stir it up. Just stir it up. He's out of balance. So that's what I got.
Yeah.
What do you guys get?
Yeah. I smell vomit. Yeah, he's out of balance. You're right. There's some unbalance there. That's like an electrolyte imbalance. There's something going on. I don't know if it's drug use or dependency or some kind of issue with his stomach going on, but I smell vomit.
Wow.
Just don't want to report that. But yeah, Three of Pentacles. There's something, his assistants, whoever helps him with his everyday thing. there. That's, wow, I think there was actually like maybe some kind of relationship. And I get the Fool upside down. For just like 4 cards, right? Just 4 cards. Him in a wheelchair. He's Knight of Cups taking medication. The Fool reversed for the final outcome would be kind of like an abuse of power, right? That sort of abuse of power, or because you can get away with it.
Yeah. He's gotten the green light to be like he is, to do what he's doing.
Yep.
So
What'd you get, Cassandra?
So I get that his mother is probably going to get sick, maybe even heart related. He is a very depressed person. He might be in therapy, or he should get some therapy. He seems to be very depressed. And I think that once his mother gets sick, it's going to make it worse. But he has a lot of people helping him, and he has a good home foundation and a good community. He has good friends, good people helping him. His card is the Chariot.
Yeah. Wheelchair.
His care, but also people helping him. And then his home is sickness. So his mother's going to get sick, and he'll get sick over that. And here's his hope and fears, that woman that I got before. And then what will come is, I think that's his mom.
Hoping that she's upside down.
Yeah. So, you know, this is a reading on him. So a lot of personal things came up.
Right, right.
But he's got, those people love him there. The GOP there, the MAGA people. But yeah, I see a lot of sickness in his life. Him, his mother. It's going to be serious enough that even he'll get sick over it.
Nobody wishes that upon
somebody that's anti-vax or flat earth or anything that is really kind of conspiratorial.
He comes out immature because the reason I say he comes out immature is because he has so many grown-ups helping him here. I don't know why. And then he's got the Page of Cups.
Right.
So I think he's smart, that he knows none of it is true. But I do think he tries to be tough. That's why he is attracted to like the Second Amendment sort of thing. Like he feels like he might have lost his manhood at some point. In his mind, that's not true. You know, that's not true. But in his mind, he might have felt like that for a while. So he's not overcompensating, trying to be real macho. And he's just rolling with them, and he finds community with them.
Yeah.
And hopefully later on, he has a change of heart and mind.
Yeah.
I think
sometimes, he might be easily influenced. And sometimes when you get into that place where everybody is like, oh, you did a great job, you're like, okay, this is great. And just roll with it, because he's gotten, you know, his ego or confidence or whatever. He's found a way to make it work for him.
Can you imagine being that young and having something like that happen to you? Ooh.
No.
Devastating. Devastating. Doesn't excuse his behavior, but hopefully he'll change, because I think now he's just riding, like you said, like he's just riding that wave of everyone saying, oh, great, you're the tough macho guy, you have guts, you can stand up to people. So yeah, that's what I get for him.
Wow. All right. So I also have another thing here. Let's talk about tools that you use in order to get through these hard times that we can definitely share here on a good platform to help other people maybe use their tools. And so whoever wants to go first, they can go ahead and go.
Okay, I don't really know. Okay, so I need all the tools I can get. But I think that my biggest tool is you know, the prayer for my readings. That's number one, the grounding, and to my ancestors and the people in my family have passed away, but also the people in my family. I talk to my mom a lot. I talk to my siblings a lot, my husband, my pets. Just give a lot of love and a lot of attention and be of service to them. That's a big tool for me. I know it's not like maybe what you were expecting, I would say, but just try to have good relationships with the people around you that care for you. And I think the biggest tool for me, which this one's hard because so many things happen, but gratitude. You know, I have like you old guys, I have a lot of issues going on, but publicly, my cat, she's 19 years old and she's got cancer. And I am devastated. I can't let go. I would do Pet Cemetery for her. I would do Shaun of the Dead, resurrect that zombie, come back, stay with me. I would do anything. I'm not like that. Oh, put her down so she doesn't. I would Pet Cemetery that cat. But I know that she's 19 and she's lived such a healthy life this whole time with me. So I'm so grateful, so grateful. So, you know, gratitude, you know, when people pass away, you know, my brother passed away and it was really hard for me, but he was such a good brother. My older brother was such a great brother, you know, so all that gratitude is my main tool. And just having great people around you and the readers you guys have, it's so great to find a community and to have you validate, you know, my faith and the readings is so healing, so healing. And the viewers too, the ones that understand, they get to know your tassel, they get to know how you read the tarot, all of that. Those are like, I don't want to say they're tools, but my gratitude and appreciation for them has become a tool for me to keep going and stay spiritual and stay positive and not argue and not let a Karen take me out of my zone. So that's what I
do. Yes, absolutely. Oh no, what are some of your favorite tools that you use to get through the day?
I do every morning, and I just started maybe a couple months ago, maybe not even that long, doing the lower banishing ritual, the pentagram ritual, where you actually like have to focus on color and try and do this thing. It's been very powerful. That's when that happened in the ceiling. I was doing it and it dripped on my neck actually. But it is, and I really have to do that every day. If I don't, it feels like there's something missing. Like I will fall in a crack in the sidewalk if I don't do my rituals every single day. It's really important. I write, you guys know I do the morning video. I go downstairs by the living room there where there's more room. Even if I'm not doing something, constructing a symbol into the air, I just say, come on, this, you know, God's goddesses from the south. I know you need to come over this morning. You got to help me out, right? The ones from the west, the ones from the east, the ones from the north, you're all invited. But this fire puppy over here, you know, I have to get all of them together, bring them all in. Very earth sign, tangible kind of stuff for me. I have to do, and it's every morning I have to practice that. And you know, doing the
Are you an earth sign? Are you an earth
My sun sign is a Capricorn. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. These are great things. You know, gratitude has come up a lot. I don't know if I'm backwards here, but anyways, gratitude has come up a lot in a lot of readings and a lot of cards and stuff like that. So it's even another reassurance that gratitude is something that I do. You know, there is something for me to get through the day is I have resorted to no matter what, be kind. I find out that no matter what, whatever anybody says, what anybody is doing, always resort to kindness. There's always a way to react with kindness. Now, I'm not I didn't come into this world naturally kind, okay, people? I had to learn this, okay? I'm just saying, no. I can't, I was also on the other fence where I would react to everything with anger and, like, and stuff like that. And one day somebody says since you can't take anything personal, because no matter what anybody says or does around you or to you, it's not personal because it's out of their belief system and what they think and how they react. And so once I realized that if I am not to take anything that they do personal, the only reaction I can react with is kindness. Like there's always a way to do that. So with that said, how I get through the day with reacting with kindness is I don't go home with regrets. Like I wish I would have treated that person better. I wish I would have did that. If I take that moment, I know that somebody knows this. Like pause for just a 30 seconds will give you that opportunity to reach another conclusion, and that helps me a lot. Another thing that helps me is the rituals that we're talking about is connecting with spirit right off the bat. Connecting, like you wake up and say, hey, yo dude, here we are, let's do this again, kind of a thing. Or he, she, it, whatever. I try not to label any of that, because once I label it, I kind of put a cap on it, and it doesn't expand for me. So I just kind of like, hey, I'm here with you and we're going to get through the day. Now, let me tell you, I can definitely read something in the news or hear something that, either Trump or they're political and all that, and I just go, oh, I wish this would stop. And then I remember one more time that spirit's got this. Spirit's on our side, right? That's one thing that I have to remember too, is like spirit is on our side. We're going to all get through this. And I'll take a deep breath and just live your life, love the people that you're, with and stuff like that. So it really is just remembering who and what we are. And that's another thing too, is we have to be responsible for how we're reacting to the world. And that's a hard one, but that's kind of how a few tools that I use to get through my day. It's nice to have that high vibe conversation in the middle of all this and then go down deep into another reading. But
do you feel like this? I forgot what I was going to ask about vibes, but I completely slipped out of my head, but it was related to like how we're feeling. Do you feel like since this epidemic, since this pandemic, since this extinction event, really, you feel more reactionary to people, like, I don't have time for this?
Yes.
Right? Sort of this, like, before this happened, you'd be like, kind of, but now you're like, no, you know what? I don't know if the next one's coming tomorrow, so we don't have time for this now.
Yes.
I
know exactly what you're talking about. Just like with me wearing a mask in public, there's a lot of times you get looks around here, and I have no idea if they're unvaccinated, whatever their story is. But it's almost like that one moment, and like, don't approach me because it won't be pleasant. I don't know if I can be kind in the moment where you're trying to. I'm like, don't, because I don't have time for you.
Right.
And yes, I'm fully vaccinated and I still wear a mask. You know why? 'Cause I don't have time to get sick.
Right.
I don't have it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna protect myself no matter what. That kind of a situation. I know exactly what you're talking about. Or anybody that wants to lie to me, I'm like, I don't have time for lies. Sorry. No. Before I would let you just kind of sit there in your stuff and just sit there and wallow, but now I'm like, cut you off right at this. Like, I'm sorry, you're lying to me. This is not going to work. Yeah.
Right. And you can't even set traps that you. I think I used to be a lot more forgiving when I was younger, and now I just have no tolerance for, maybe because I don't think I have time.
Yes.
You just study someone to deprogram that idea. I'm like, well, think whatever you want. You get crazy.
Just selective now, more selective.
Yes. Yes, and that thing when we're teenagers, we want everybody to like us. Now I'm like, one or two is good. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that sometimes.
Mhm.
Like I'm good with a handful of people. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, what the heck did I do? What did I do to you? Like, what?
Mhm.
Oh, you know how many times I've said that to myself? I'm like, good grief. What? He's like, you don't like me. You've never even met me. You know what I
To merit this reaction.
mean? Yeah.
It's not like you hold power over us. You're not in government. You're not.
This is true. All right, ladies. So let's go into a little female energy here and go into Roe and Wade. Rovi and Wade.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
What
What do you got? I know Ona's got some really good feeling on that.
Yeah.
I was started to do a video. I was going to do one on my women's march gown that's turned into like an art piece now. It's going to hold a statue underneath it.
Yeah.
When I get home that day, probably stealing off the yard like Virgin Mary one that's right in the neighborhood here. Yeah, it's definitely gonna hold a place. So yeah, I'm strongly pro-choice, strong.
Of course.
And I just look at my kid and I think nobody's gonna control that.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, I'm not even worried about it because really this is just one of those, coughing up blood efforts to stay in power.
Totally agree.
Come on, really? Come on, don't be ridiculous. But who knows? Now we hear Tennessee is trying to jump in the pool too. The shallow pool of bad ideas.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to get the Supreme Court to throw it out.
Yeah, they're really, really working at it. This is one of the things that they have on their agenda. The moment that it went through, this has been on their agenda to reverse it. Yeah. If they get this power over us again, what is going to happen?
There was somebody on the news, somebody came to Illinois or Chicago. It was a girl who got really sick because she needed an abortion. Like we're taking people in. See, one's calling right now. She's like, girl, this goddess needs to come to Illinois. And I'll be like, okay, you could stay here.
Yep.
We're taking people in.
I shuffle these cards. Oh my gosh. The same cards.
See, this rover
The
trying
same
to take
energy
us
with the
away.
Republic.
Yeah. Yep.
Justice.
Yikes. Are they gonna make it? I'm gonna reshuffle and ask a different question. Are they are they going to win? Are they going to
Specifically Tennessee? Or just
this is just like the whole Roe, if Roe v. and Wade gets reversed, that's somebody's gonna really correct me on this. It's like a federal thing that all states have to follow.
right. And I think they're pushing to get it federalized right now, right? I honestly, this is the whole, look at these two freaking morons trying to keep it.
Those cards.
Trying to reverse. We've got strength. We have backup. I think we have more backup than we know. And the moon, which is the feminine energy, right? The moon is feminine.
Yes.
There she is, riding her scooter, right? Riding the scooter. But I do get for the last two, the high priestess and the Five of Pentacles. So some people, it may be more challenging for some people, but I don't think it's going to get reversed. I can't even imagine that. I'll walk to DC and unreverse it.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to, not that it's going to get reversed, but I think that's what's going to happen. So there's going to be something that several other states might fall into the Texas agenda. Yeah. And the suffering of women getting sick again. Because you know what? Like they say, it just affects the poor women, because rich women could just hop on a plane and go do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
I do see angry women, but it's the Nine of Swords. We will be hurt, but we won't be 10 of Swords. The Nine of Swords, to me, the dog always warns you. He's having a bad dream and he's warning him, these 9 swords, that the 10 may come and get you. But the 10 hasn't happened yet. So, but there's going to be a blow. Insomnia, distress over this. Ace of Wands. Now, you know what that means. Like, that could mean male triumph, or it could be children, male children. I don't know why. This is so strange. 9 of Wands. It's not a total reversal, but we're going to get a few blows. We're going to get a few blows here. Look, hopes and fears, the Emperor, the Empress.
Here she is.
To have to be pregnant, to be pregnant. And then the Justice upside down. I'm not great with upside down cards. Sometimes it's just the way it doesn't. But to me, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a blow on the justice part of it, on the legal part of it. But the good news to me is that it's going to anger and create a movement. Yeah. Like Ona said, that, what was it, the coughing up the blood? Yeah, like the last death rolls of this law, of this mentality. And I think that that's going to create whatever they're doing now. They're putting the noose on their necks, because people are going to come back with a fury.
Yeah.
Women particularly. Women are going to come back with a fury.
Yeah, I definitely got the power behind the women too, as well.
Did you feel that, Sheila? Like it's like some of it's gonna sift through, and it's gonna be more of a like an aggressive kind of feminine.
Yeah, I've also felt through this whole thing is laws be damned. We're gonna go do what we want. It's like the vigilantes. I'm like, okay, put them in jail. We'll have another one come in. You guys, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Really? What are you gonna do? That's what that kind of that chariot, that moving forward, like you do whatever you guys got to do. We're gonna do whatever we got to do. And I mean, all of these doctors who have been trained and professionally and all of that, they're just gonna go somewhere where they're going to be able to, bring them in. I just have that. I also have that Nine of Swords going forward, that stress, but I also have the High Priestess of the wisdom of the unknown.
Okay.
Is that it's like, you guys think you got it over us, but you don't. You're not gonna keep us from making our own decisions and our own thing. And it's like Abbott, he just absolutely infuriates me. The one thing he says, instead of answering the question about a woman being able to get an abortion because she's raped, he says, we're just going to handle rape. We're going to fix that for you. We're going to fix that for you, which nobody has ever been able to fix rape. Why? Because there's men still here. But anyways, not to say anything bad about the men. I love the men. But I'm just saying that, like, you guys have, you're going to fix rape instead of allowing a woman to make a decision for herself. Right?
Well, trust me, it sounds just as absurd to everybody else, except maybe the moron who said it, right?
Yep.
This is absurd to everyone else as it sounds to you. Like, that is the most profoundly absurd thing anybody could say. Like that.
Or even
right?
Even Lauren Boebert, Our Lauren here in Colorado gets up and says, a raped woman, she needs kindness and she needs love. Maybe she needed a Glock 37 or 35 or whatever at the time of the rape. I'm like, really? So a 12-year-old who gets raped, she couldn't get a gun in the first place and she now needs love? No, she needs an abortion. She doesn't need to have that baby. Right. She doesn't need to have a baby at 12 years old that she didn't consent to in the first place. It's almost like the men can force themselves on our bodies, but then we can't make a decision about our body after it's been done.
Right.
It's their right not to wear a mask, but it's not your right to be a farm animal your whole life and have to, birth children.
We're not brood mares.
It's a tough decision because nobody wants to get an abortion. People are not like, oh, I want to get it's something that must be horrible. I'm not in a situation, but that must be a horrible thing to decide. But the other thing is, I saw here, look at all these wands. You know what that means? The male member, so the male member, all these wands. And then you have the Empress here with the baby. So the males are trying to make the decision for the female. The other thing I get hit
wasn't it upside down? Wasn't the Ace of Wands upside down?
Yes, the Ace of Wands was upside down.
So I thought that
the Ace is an ace to me. Like I read intuitively, an ace is an ace.
Okay.
So they have that. But here's the thing that how I keep looking and I see things. I think we're gonna see on the news again. Here I go. Women having terrible medical issues because the ones that can't get the abortion, they're going to try to do it some other clandestine way. So we're going to see that coming up in the news again. It's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I agree. I think each state that offers abortions, I think that it's not illegal for us to put a slush fund together and advertise it. Anybody in Texas who needs an abortion, we will pay for your plane ticket to get here to get this done. And just, they can't make that illegal. Right. I think that each woman should just we're going to get this done, whether you believe it or not, whether you want it or not. This is not going to stop. You have maybe put a roadblock, but we are women and we will figure it out. And you know what I mean? It's like this. That's why I keep on feeling of that whole energy. It's all you did is just try to.
These rules, these laws are not in the position of making a decision about their future. They're making decisions about other people's future.
Yeah.
They can't do this. You can't, it infuriates me to see men do. I mean, that makes me crazy.
Yes. I have a brother that has there's no reason to have an abortion. Every baby has a chance. And no. Well, they can be adopted if it's from a rape. They can go out and be adopted. Really? Then what are all of these children doing in our orphanages?
So sorry, girls. Cooper has to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Come on.
Okay, you go for it, honey. Of course. So yeah, I just go round and round and round, and I'm like, it's none of your business what somebody else does in their uterus.
Right.
It's your business.
You know what I was wondering? Does Texas sell Plan B or any other place? Do they? I mean,
he outlawed the pill. He signed a thing and outlawed I forget the name of it, but he outlawed it.
Plan B. The one that the morning after pill.
He outlawed it. No joke. I can't make this stuff up.
Wow, that's really desperate.
He is very desperate. Well, they had the consensus come out. The white race, which who cares, is diminishing. Who cares? You know what I mean?
It's designed to.
Yes, we're going to be one race, one way or another.
We're designed to be all together like this.
Yes.
I mean, and please tell me if you have if I had to narrow down to what race has always been the biggest problem for me, it's been white people. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm over the white people too.
There's a
my biggest problem.
There's a book by Gerard Diamond It's called Guns, Germs, and Steel. And it's like he's an anthropologist, and he goes to the Papua New Guinea Islands. It's a really good book, and I think it's an important book to humanity. I think if you guys either, audio it on YouTube or, go buy it, and it talks about that. How did the Europeans get around to, enslaving people? And it breaks down to they had the region, so, but also guns, germs, and steel.
Yeah.
And it talks a lot about the anthropological aspect of it. There was just, it's sometimes they're confusing bodies and what you're made of, and your genes and your skin color with actual tools. Like, it's not your skin color that got you here, it's where you were at the time and what was available to you in that region. So
yeah, somehow, some way, somebody told people that the white skin is more superior, and they haven't proven it yet. I haven't seen anything.
They're not going to, but it's about our ability to adapt to our environment, and whatever is coming next, are we going to adapt, or are we going to not adapt? Is our DNA going to change or not change? It's not. What our skin gets skin cancer so rapidly, so horribly. It does not matter what color your skin is.
Right.
You can get the worst skin cancer if you have black skin and you don't use sunscreen. I've seen it. The ozone is sucked dry, right?
I agree.
Right? We're living in different times. We need each other.
Our bodies have to learn how to adapt. So we wear our hats, our sunscreen, all their vaccinations are all, so we can adapt to this environment that we're destroying.
I wonder if this is like an epic in humanity, like the Renaissance, like, is this the epic of just everyone wants to be a protagonist and shine on Facebook and try to be number one with everything, and everything has to be about you and my people and what we believe and da. So I wonder if this is some sort of backwards Renaissance, like what? And I think it's like what we have to go through in order to eventually come back to sanity and learn from it and pass that on to the next generation.
That is so true.
Mistakes are also lessons.
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
We make so many of them.
Sorry, he's wanting to come back.
It's okay. I'll wait for she comes back, so that we can go ahead and close this out. This has been great. I like the conversation. The readings have been profound. We should do this again.
Yeah.
Maybe once a month or something like that. Not all the time, because we're busy girls.
Like, so it's just fun to, before we record the conversation, the back and forth, the exchange is so cool. And just that alone is fun to watch. Right?
And healing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We talk about our tools, or like, what is the thing? The thing is, we're doing it right now. We're exchanging the energy. We're raising the vibration just by doing what we're doing. This is a tool. This is one of them right here.
Yeah, I need this. I like doing collabs, not just for the reading, but for the exchange of ideas and confirmation of things that we pick up or feel.
That is very, very true. All right, ladies, thank you so much. And everybody who is made it to the end of the video, thank you for your support. I am so grateful for all of these things. And is there anything you guys like to take us out with?
Just thank you so much. Thank you for joining, commenting. If I can get this up on my channel, awesome. Hit like, subscribe, Onus Tarot. Always say love you.
Absolutely.
And thank you both. Thank you both for everything. And to my viewers, the tassels are going to be up in my channel soon, hopefully tonight. Let's see what happens. I have another long video coming up. And don't worry, everyone. you know, this is how life is, ups and downs, you know, just
Absolutely.
like you said, gratitude will keep you grounded and will keep you happy and will keep you strong and able to face any obstacle that comes your way. Thank you.
Good advice. Good advice. All right, everyone. Bye.